We'll be on in 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Use the information you want to listen to. I can send you for life.
Oh, I'm good.
Nowhere else. Except on 291 Technology. I got a special guest for y'all. Coming out of the TX. He's gonna set your straight. So get your notes and get your paper ready and everything and take this everything down first. Alright? Let's give it a few more minutes and we should be getting started pretty soon. And enjoy the music. Pretty good. YouTube Music does a great job. I'm gonna put one of my favorite tunes on here. Let me make sure. This one. Northern Block from Toronto. Make sure you like, subscribe. Make sure you go ahead and share the video with others. You know what I mean? Make sure you share the information. Put the likes out, makes the algorithm go up and the video gets more notice. Show that respect. After the music, we're going to get started. Thanks to that new smooth tune. Now we're gonna bring in my man right here, Mr. Finance itself, Booster. Let me go right ahead. Turn off the music already. So let me go ahead unmute his mic. You ready to speak, my man? Hey, Booster. Okay, Booster's
Yeah.
right here. You ready to talk? So we're
What's
going to
up?
talk about this finance today and its forecast of 2022 and 23. So you got the mic, my brother. I'm gonna let you go ahead and speak.
Good morning, man. How you doing?
Good morning.
All right, all right. Yeah, it's been a crazy day, man. I've been kind of looking at some things today, and I know we're gonna have a big thing tomorrow for the election. Uh, got some people that don't want regulations, and some that do actually want regulations. And once we get regulations, I believe that we're gonna see a lot of mass adoption from all the banks and stuff, and you'll start seeing uh, that $1 trillion market cap over the crypto industry start moving up to who knows, man. And that's what a lot of people right now that's actually sitting up here speculating on a lot of things, but we don't know the prices of everything. Only the people who behind the scenes know, because we it's our first time in decades going from an old financial system to a new financial system. So um, we're gonna have to just sit back and wait. I mean, between like I said, between now and this week, the month of November gonna be interesting. Uh, I know a lot of stuff from overseas is gonna start taking place on the 22nd. Ripple has a big meeting on the 16th of November, and I believe everything is supposed to be done with the ISO 222 coins at March the 31st. So we got some days that's coming along with us, man. So
And I'm gonna ask you a question. How much of a time window for all of our brothers and sisters to be ready to switch over? Because they need to do this ASAP. Nobody don't need to play around with this. Because this is the last chance if y'all gonna get some reparations. Y'all don't do it now. There is no reparations. It's gonna be like the Hunger Games out here, like they've already predicted on these movies. So how much time do you predict people have?
um, I believe you'll see a big change as we go on through 23, 24. You'll see another big step. 25, everything probably just be live. But by 2030, you'll see a totally different financial system around here, man. It'll be like totally different. So if uh if you really don't have, I would suggest, and like I say, I'm not a financial advisor or anything, but I'm just gonna say this though: if you if you start getting into the knowledge of understanding what you're doing and what these tokens and coins do, and having knowledge of what's coming down the pipe, you would be somewhat prepared if you dedicate yourself to it. So, but yeah, everything's moving fast, man. If like last year, how much did you hear about XRP last year?
I ain't never really invested in XRP. I invested in Ethereum. That's why I invested a little bit into Bitcoin. I did not Cebu. I forgot. I think it's Cebu or I forgot the coins. I had to look it up. I was on Coinbase at the time. Didn't know about the decentralized, but when I switched over to decentralized, I found I had to invest more into that. That helped a lot. Then that helps you too to go ahead and get that, that wallet that wallet you're talking about, that cold storage wallet. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have them barcodes, you could transfer money to each website account into cold storage. If I'm correct.
That's absolutely right, man. They've been talking about a black swan event, um, meaning that something detrimental has to happen where they can bring in the system a little quicker, but it has to be something that's kind of catastrophic to the financial system. And that's why I was kind of looking into that CZ of Binance and Sam Bankman Fried on FTX,
Right.
which uh,
Excuse me for the train people.
uh,
Yeah, but anyway, and so you saw the article that I sent you this morning about the CBCs, right? When they trying to just bring it in just the one coin, one currency, right?
correct.
Explain this what this one currency could do for people and what the damage is going to do for African American people that are not really prepared. And you can just be straight raw with it. You know what I mean? They need to hear this.
You talking about on the CBDCs?
Yeah, CBTCs. Tell me, let them know the damage that could be done with that, or the positives. We need to know.
Man, that's it gets into your privacy. You don't have any privacy anymore. Um, they don't they track everything you do. Uh, if I give you $1 million a day, they really can't track that because it's paper money. But on CBDCs, everything is monitored on the blockchain.
That's
So
right.
you have to everything that you do, and sometimes they can put it where you have a certain amount of time to spend your money or you lose it. You know, and it's not good. A lot of people don't want it, but that's the only way because United States and stuff like that, they kind of lag behind on some of the technology on the CBDCs, but everything's moving so fast now they don't have time. Uh, that's why they keep delaying everything. You know what I'm saying? J.P. Morgan
Mhm.
Chase, the one, because they was heavy on Ethereum. You know, and
Right.
yeah, so they're trying to get their coins and stuff out, but they know that these transaction fees is so cheap, a fraction of a penny, how much money they're gonna be losing out. You know, so all these fees that we used to pay these, what is it, $9, $10 and stuff, that's gone, man. You know what I'm saying? You're paying a fraction of a penny for something, and they don't like that. So you're taking money out of their pocket. But if you a brother or a sister and you feel like you don't have a way out, this is gonna be your last chance right here. This with this new financial system, the same way they did with Google and Amazon and them back in the '90s. And everybody had a bunch of people that got rich off of it. So this a lot of this. This is it right here. This you'll never get another opportunity like this again.
It's the end.
Yeah,
This is
this
the
is
end.
yeah. Either you're gonna be like real rich or real poor, you know. And that's what it is. They trying to wipe out the middle class. You know, if you notice that a lot of time when certain people talk about certain things, you know, it kind of affect, but they don't want retail investors to have some of the things that's going on out here, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and that's keeping you from your wealth. But the more knowledge that you pass on, that's when you can go ahead and help other people get to where they need to be, you know.
Exactly. And we have to grow this knowledge. We have to get it into people's heads. What is amazing is that we don't got too many people watching this, but a bunch of people will watch a bunch of drama that'll mean nothing. They write a bunch of gold chains, and the gold ain't even worth it. Most of these rappers got ripped off their gold from these jewelers when they could have put it to this forecast and Bitcoin and all that and made some good money. You know what I mean? So the materialism is going to stop, and pretty soon, like you said, they're going to be tracking your everything that you do if they get rid of the dollar. That's why they want to get rid of the dollar so bad. Because right now the dollar cannot be tracked at all.
Correct,
You
correct.
know?
And the value of it is going down so quick. You know, the only reason why we why we up right now because of all the chaos they're having overseas and stuff like that. So you just don't know like all these distractions that they got, man, and it's keeping people away from what they're doing, and they working behind the scenes nonstop. You know,
Oh yeah.
yeah, they working behind the scenes now. And once we figure out, it's gonna be too late. All these coins and tokens out there that's like these ISO coins that's 37 cents and 29 cents, 11 cents, 2 cents. All that's suppressed right now. All that's suppressed so all the big banks and all these other people can purchase as much as they can. But when they turn that loose, it's gonna be just like Bitcoin. You're gonna only be able to buy a fraction of
Right.
it. Yeah.
And I'm gonna let you know too. Just the time is by is now. People better invest that money into the XRP or the other coin, the ISO 2022, all the coins that he's talking about. You know what I mean? And the websites and the apps that you gotta go get these coins in the decentralized places. You have to go ahead and do it if you're gonna continue to be wealthy. They're wiping out the middle class as we speak right now. And we talking this talk is kind of risky and dangerous for my channel to talk this talk, but it has to be done. I'm doing this by the grace of God. That's what I'm doing it by.
And you can purchase it once you start realizing what it is. And what set me back so much is that you don't have too many brothers that was talking about it. So everything everybody said, I had to listen, then trust and verify, and go back. I lose 2 to 3 days on doing information to try to make sure I'm not doing the wrong thing, because I just don't react off of what people say. You know, when you got money involved, you have to protect that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And people are worrying about nonsense. Which who's fucking who's fucking that. No, they're right now. Your own government's fucking you. We have the
exactly.
elections. You got the elections coming up. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people, they don't expect you to vote. They already got a plan already based around that right now when you don't vote. You know what I mean? I mean, you got to look at some of the candidates that had they threw in from the Democrats have threw into the Republican Party. So you getting one bird on the same, getting two birds and one bird on the same damn feather. That's what you really are getting. But you got some people are doing a good job, the Santos down in Florida. You know what I mean? That's a good state to go to try to really change your life, but you got to kill that urban mentality in you from up north, or when you at in Texas, you had to come there proper because they don't play when it comes to the laws there. You know what I mean? The people who were born and raised there, they can adapt to the laws, but somebody like me or you, we had to go ahead, had to remain low key, be about our business and finance, and the key is staying on your purpose, staying on your purpose. Don't get caught up in the foolish behavior. Don't go spend your money up in the clubs. Don't go in the strip clubs. Stay away from all that material stuff that they want you to spend money on and invest it into what we're talking about right here. They've been talking about for 2 years. Lift Capital, crypto game. They've been talking about for a long time, but none of y'all choose not to pay attention to it. Now the time to pay attention is now. This is your only chance. You already heard Booster said it, who already made money off this crypto market, and all he uses is cryptocurrency. So tell people how you pay with your stuff with cryptocurrency and what's the difference between the dollar and the prices. Like if I want to pay for something $100 in Bitcoin and American dollars, how much it is in Bitcoin dollars?
You'd have to, let's just say you take a Bitcoin, man, and you just like sell a, a portion of your Bitcoin for like 1,000, right?
Right,
But if you use your Bitcoin on like a Coinbase debit card or like a crypto.com debit card, they're going to charge you a fee of $2.50 to transfer that from crypto to fiat, right?
right.
Now, you can save yourself some money by not even doing that, by swapping your Bitcoin out for USDC, which equivalent for dollar. So you're gonna start hearing USDC, United States Digital Currency, on which is out there right now. So, and it's dollar for dollar on it. They don't charge you no fee on that. So you just put the USDC on your crypto card and you just go with it, man.
And
And
and the people are in the chat, you could download those crypto.com, Coinbase. What's the other one I'm just thinking about too?
if you want to buy like XRP or something like that, you'd have to go to like Uphold.
Uphold. I went
Yeah.
ahead and downloaded Uphold. I got some XRP in that. And
Yeah.
XRP starting to come back to the country too. So people like how Bitcoin, you seen how that blowing up 2 years ago. This is your time to get into all these coins now because they're gonna blow up. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And don't never leave your persistence because these people will tell you, oh, quit. Your dollars are going to waste. The dollar ain't worth a crop fucking piece of fucking shit any fucking way. So you might as well invest it.
That's true. You know, because I sit up here, man, and I look at what XRP is, which is partnered with Ripple, and Ripple has everything in the financial sector from on the whole globe. And you mean to tell me that Ripple said that they're going to use XRP to transfer all the money in the world, all the money? So when you talk about all the money, you're talking about the money that we have. You talking about derivatives. You talking about debt. I mean, you can't really fathom what's fixing to come down the pipes. You're not fixing to do that because we've never been through that. You might wake up one morning and just start tripping. Just start tripping, you know. And but the thing about it is this though. I purchased my coins, but I'm away from that now. I still put some in the bag, but my biggest concern is I'm gonna have to quit what I'm doing on my job because protecting your money going to be a full-time job. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we've never come across what we finna come across. A lot of people have never seen these numbers before. You know, if you wake up, let me ask a question. If you wake up and you see 100 million into your crypto account, what you gonna do?
I'm going to reinvest part of it and back into crypto again to make sure I stay in the rat race. And I'm going to use part of it just to grow myself and to build myself up. Hey, maybe want to go ahead and start my business, not out here fucking off on nonsense.
That'd probably be the third or fourth day. But the first day, you know, reality hadn't set in yet. You know what I'm saying? Once reality set in, you're gonna be like, okay, now what I do from here? You know, the,
Damn.
the, you can purchase all this, but if you don't have a plan of what you're gonna do after that,
Right.
you know, you just as well as broke.
You. Whoa, that is so true.
You
That
know,
is so true. Let me break this down to you, what you just said. You had that one man, an old guy who won the lottery a long time ago, and he wished he never won it because he kept going to strip clubs. And one time he went to a strip club, they robbed $50,000 of him. Then they on the street cats put his daughter on drugs, and she ended up dying. Remember that story?
hmm I remember that.
And that's the example where he said it's you're just as good as broke. It takes a mentality to hold this type of money down. I made that mistake myself. You know what I mean? I would never make that mistake again. But usually when you make those mistakes, it's a second chance out here with this crypto to get it. But the society and people are not going to give you a second chance. They're not going to see you get this money, or the Lord ain't going to trust you with this money. So you're going to go through hardships to get it.
Facts, facts. That's like then your trust barrier come along with that also. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're trying to like who I trust. You know, you trying not you don't want to get hacked. You want to turn your stuff over. But like I said previously, I have a certain account for the money that I'm gonna pull. I know they're not gonna stop cash between now and 2030. It's just not gonna happen.
So
So
how long? How long people going to be? Let's give the honest, true answer. How long do you think people have left with using cash? Cause they keep saying cash is going to run out. They keep doing this fear point to people. I'm sick of it. Let's put an end to it right now.
you you can't, man, because you have too many people that's in the United States that's dependent on that. It has to be taken over a course of years, but it's not something that's going to happen next year or the year after that, or maybe even 10 years from now. You know, because look how slow they're running on getting regulations for crypto. So they really not fully prepared for that.
Yep.
So once you fully prepare for that, that's going to be years down the line. And then once you get everything right, then you know it may not even be in within the next 2 to 3 decades. We don't know because, like I said, we don't even know. We never experienced nothing like this before.
I know. And
Yeah,
this was just unexpected. When I started getting in it like 2 years ago, I played with it, but I didn't really take it serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it as like coins, but I didn't know how to invest. It didn't give you too many links to invest your dollars in it. Like you had to have like a Citizen Bank account, a Wells Fargo just to invest into it, or a credit union to invest into it. You couldn't invest no Vero or no Chime into it back then. They wasn't trying to hear that. Now you can.
they they literally start. You know when they started really working on this
When was that?
between 1987 and 1988.
Wow, that's years. You talking about 20 something years ago.
When you going from one system, from the Swift system to this system, man, that's decades of learning technology because some of the technology you need was not even out yet, you know. So
Right.
none what these people doing, man, this was they started this like 20 years ago.
So
You know,
pretty much the foreign countries are already way ahead of the game, like China and Japan.
yeah, the BRICS nation and then China is doing. thing is totally different. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to take the strength of the US dollar because every time we sanction them and stuff like that, that put problems with them. Like,
Right.
you know, we'll go to crypto and just forget the US dollar. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was funny too when Putin said "screw you." They put all
Mhm.
the money for their war chest into crypto for Ukraine. That was some funny stuff.
And
Then he goes here, shuts the oil supplies off to to Europe to the UK.
facts.
I had to laugh at that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I mean, because at the end of the day, they all work together. They just keep us puzzled. All that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, he said, "I teach you a lesson. Shut the gas off to the United Kingdom."
You know, and check this out. Out of out of the whole time when he thought he can do that, why'd it have to happen on the verge of winter season when you're gonna need that heat in your house?
Right. Because it's about the population. That's what it's about. You got to understand, these people go out on Friday night party, we're sleeping. Your enemy that's watching you, and these people are up 24/7s. They're up like zombies, watching this internet, watching everything you say and everything you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These people do not. They give you alcohol and they give us alcohol. None of them guys don't drink at all.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have no liquor whatsoever. They would say, "Hey, we let the 99% of the people have it." And the liquor that you get in these factories and all that's really no good. It's filled with a bunch of poisons. It's filled with a bunch of things, and that's why people, you don't need to invest in this society no more. Invest into these coins. Invest into your future. You know what I mean? Invest into becoming rich. Like you said, you could wake up $100 million or $1 million a day, just like the lottery, and you're not even thinking about it. 2 years later, these coins may be 4 cents. The next thing you know, like Bitcoin, it's like $20,000 right now.
Bitcoin almost got up to $70,000 with practically not a whole lot of utility, practically no utility.
Right.
You know,
Exactly. I kind of wish I'd invested 2 years ago. Yo, but I'm not gonna make sure this around. I'm gonna make sure I get this XRP and get this stuff right, and it's H bar and all that right.
that's that's all the ones that's gonna take over. You know, and look at Ethereum. You can store Ethereum, but the gas fees when you want to purchase something is so high. When you know, and since it moved to proof of stake, it moved away from proof of work, which is I guess they want to call it just a little bit greener now. You know, but there's a reason for these prices that's being suppressed right now. And you're looking at it, and you know what? The longer they keep it to suppress, the impatient you get, you sell, they take what you sell, put it in a bag, and then the less people that have it, they know some people gonna make money off of it. They good with that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. You cannot have emotion when it comes to stuff. When I do these tech videos, I can't have emotions. We cannot have emotion. They know you got emotions and all that. They're gonna mess with your emotions. That's all a war strategy, so they can get in and get you out. Once
Fact.
you're in, you don't step out. It's like being in. It's like being on the street games. You blood in, blood out, but the same thing. Your money in or your money out. You know what I mean? Once you're out, you're out. You can't come back. I'm looking at Coin Watch right now. For somebody to get a Bitcoin today is $20,000 at $758.36. The market cap will be 398 and 57 billion, and the volume 24 hours is 1923 cents billion and 1.5 liquidation in that joint. You know what I mean? These coins are going to go up and down. Don't let these people and these YouTubers get you all paranoid. Get out. Because they've been paid off by the powers they may be. You know what I mean? Keep your stuff in there because one day you may wake up like, damn, I got all this money. You know what I mean? And just reinvest it again. Let me tell you about another one too. What you think about Tron? TRX.
Tron.
Yeah.
Uh, I never really put a whole lot of thought into that. I really haven't seen it because I didn't have the capabilities of purchasing it. You know, I didn't know where to purchase it from. So, but I see it's been on the top of, well, it's been within the top 20.
Yeah, let me show you what's let me tell you what spot it is now. It's in number 15 now as of today on CoinWatch, on cryptocurrency CoinWatch prices. It's right in Avalanche, it's right above Avalanche, which is 16. And you have Shibu that's number 14. And that was another one I was looking at, is dot polka dot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Ethereum, which I have too, is like number 2 now. USTD, it's the USTD coin, those two. If you all want to start in Bitcoin, tell me if I'm telling the truth. 304, like USTD and USDC is the first two that people should start out with. You know what I mean? The average person, right?
That's dollar for dollar. That's something that you can use. I use USDC every day. I've never used USDT. I always use USDC. You know, and that's just me personally. That's just my own personal thing because it allowed me to fill my cards up with it with no fee. You know.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm gonna say this though. The one of the bigger coins that nobody really talking about is the one that's the overledger that's going to connect all the blockchains to blockchains, and that's Quant.
Quan, let me go ahead and write this. Let me go ahead and write this
Yeah,
down on here.
yeah, QUANT.
It's on QUANT, right? Quant.
Yes, sir.
Quant. Okay, I got that written down. I'm gonna do a lot of research on it. They got
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and they got XRP at 6 right now. Number
Yeah,
6 on the list right now. You know what I'm saying? The price is pretty low, like 4. It's like 4 cents to get it right now. 4 cents. That sent me this Norton crack.
and and V Chain and Quant they like 32 and 33. You know, and but check this out. Quant when I purchased it, I seen that it was the overledger. I didn't even know what that meant. I just knew that it just showed what it was going to do. So I just started purchasing some just to say I had it. And when I purchased it, it was like 40 something dollars back in June, and it got up to $200, right at $200 a couple of weeks ago, right? So the highest it been was like 400 and something dollars, but that's one of the tokens like yeah, it's gonna. That's one I'll never sell. Though. I'm never selling that. Never selling XRP. Never
Right,
sell.
exactly. It wouldn't be smart to sell that. They would
Nah,
love to get their little greedy fucking hands on that.
unless. Now let me say this now. Unless, because when I started buying XRP, I just started accumulating. Once I seen I had it, I started buying whatever I purchased. If I spent $20, because I always start low. If I spend $20, $10 of that going on to my cold storage wallet, and the other $10 is going to the thing if it do go up where I can get some money out now.
I need you to break down to my audience what is a cold storage wallet. They need to know what it is. Most of these people don't know how to get a cold storage wallet. You could get those cold storage wallets on Amazon just to let you know, people, and they got one called Chris. So I need you to break that down to the people that's in here that are listening.
Yeah, they got it's called the one I use is the Ledger Nano X, and they have Ledger Nano S and SX. And I have another one is a decent too that I got because some of the tokens I couldn't store on my ledger, I hold on my decent, but I only put a certain amount on some just in case if anything was to happen. You know, so you never want to leave nothing. Just say, for instance, you buy something on Coinbase,
Right.
you don't leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Take it off, and it's gonna take a little process because you have to learn how to take it off from there and put it onto your cold storage wallet. because
It is a process. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Coinbase. Oh,
but you less prone to be hacked on there, you know, and
right,
you always want to protect. Like I said, if you leave it on the exchanges, they they got your keys, so it's their crypto. It might be in your account, but once you take it off of there, you have your own keys and your own crypto. You know, so let me say this. So my main thing right now is this: how I'm gonna react to some of these large, gargantuan, colossal numbers that we're gonna have here. You know, you're gonna not want to trust everybody to leave it in the bank or something. But I have to physically be prepared to say, okay, in order for me to have generational wealth, I have to make sure that my kids understand what's going on, and for sure my oldest. And I have to
exactly.
put it there where I can sit up here and draw these ungodly amount of numbers. Let's say this: we get mad at the rich people because they say, oh, okay, well, we pay all the taxes. Yeah, we do. Middle class, lower class pay all the taxes. Rich people don't pay all the taxes. You know what I'm saying? Because they buy, borrow, and die. That's the that's
Right,
the that's the thing that they use. And once you have enough assets, the bank gonna give you the lowest interest rate, and then you can borrow on top of your assets, and then they'll give you cash for that into your account. They're not going to tax you on cash. You haven't sold any of your assets, so you don't have to pay no tax on.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So now you got, if you're a billionaire, now you got like hundreds of millions into the bank. Okay, now they got all these houses, all these jets, all these cars and stuff like that. Well, yeah, it's cool because they don't have to pay. They didn't use none of their access. So once they pass or if they die, they don't have to pay that excess tax. It picks up right there and it goes on to the next generation. So that's how they're so rich like that.
like some of
Yeah.
these pastors, they know how to do their finances pretty well. You got your Kenneth Copeland, you got your Creflo Dollar. They call them crooks, but these cats know how to do their finances very well. We got to really look at the reality of this. What's your opinion on that?
On what's that?
Like these pastors, these mega billion-dollar pastors, they know how to control their money real well. But people getting mad at them being rich, but they know how to do their money real well. What you think about that?
Mm.
Think about that. It's really deep.
I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay. They they say the money is the root of all evil, correct?
Correct.
But they sure ask for a lot of it in church, huh?
Yes, they do.
I rest my case.
Don't think they not invest into this crypto too. They invested into it way before we invested into it.
And they got large amounts. That's why I was saying that set yourself up a bag for now. For now. And just say if it shoot up, you don't want to sell your long-term bag.
Right.
All you want to sell your short-term bag where you can say, just say for instance, it shoot up to like 15 million.
Right.
Make sure number one off top. You take that 15 million, multiply that times 0.37. Whatever that number is off of that, you make sure you put that into a separate bank account. Let it grow the interest off of there because that's what you have to use to pay your taxes, and you don't want to mess with the IRS. So, and why it's sitting over there probably for a year or so, it probably didn't gain a lot of interest. So you're gonna make some money off of that already. Okay, and then like I said the other day, on some of these exchanges, you want to make sure that they have institutional liquidity where they can make sure that you can get a whole bunch of money at one time. You know what I'm saying?
I know
Like,
what you're saying.
sir.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So, like, just take for example, Coinbase and Uphold. Okay, I use those regular because I got a lot of family that use them because they're easy to use. Coinbase will only allow you about anywhere from 10 to 35,000. Uphold will only allow you 10,000. So if you got 15 million, that might take you a couple of years to take that out, or at least a year or so, depending on how you're doing things. So that's
What
why you go ahead.
What about if you do Atomic Wallet, Epic, or Trust Wallet, or any of them other ones? How many years would it take for you to take that out?
I don't know. I don't know how much liquidity they hold on that side. I really don't know. But I know I didn't even much think about that till I heard a guy that was talking about it, and
Yeah,
then
because
he
I got Atomic Wallet.
okay. I mean, I believe that's good to have. But I mean, I had to go to the broker, and once I applied with him, he explained to me a lot of things and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to pay you. But if I want this amount of money right now, there's no way that I can get by this, you know. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, with the stuff that's about to go down now here, yeah,
You know,
you always need that open channel of money for it to flow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. And you really want to, you really want to make sure that you set yourself up and know how to move your money too. That's another thing. Learn how to move your money on the blockchain, because if you don't know, you can lose your money. You know, if you send it to the wrong address, I did that once before. I lost money.
Ooh, how much money? What's that?
You ain't getting it back. You sent it to the wrong thing. I sent it to the wrong address, and I lost thousands of dollars. And
Wow.
that was on me. But
Did somebody else get that money?
I don't know where it went. I know the transaction went through safely. I went through Etherscan to try to find out where it went, but I don't know. But it was. I'm very glad that everything that happened to me, because it taught me a lot of stuff when nobody else taught me anything. You know, so I'm cool with that. Now I make sure I double check before I make any transaction. I only send 5 to make sure it gets there safely. And once I see that it got there safely, then I send the rest of the money.
Right.
Yeah, because you don't want to make no large. I just want to say just 50,000, send that there, and then the next thing you know, it's like, okay, where my money at? You know, that's why Bitcoin and Ethereum is like dinosaurs right now,
Mm-hmm.
because Bitcoin, it take you $10 to make a transaction, and 45 minutes before anything can take place. Come on, man.
Right.
Really?
Let me show you something right here. I'm gonna go in the camera and show you this right
Okay.
here. Let me get on my camera. Get on my camera and let me get on the camera right now. All right, and let me put on the camera. Okay, let me get straightened out. This is what the website looks. Let me see. This is what the website looks like on Atomic Wallet. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta pay $50 per coin or 100 to be able to use it. You know what I mean? That's all. And you couldn't get no XRP on this before when the regulations went through. You know what I'm saying? I had to
Mhm.
go around other ways if I wanted to do XRP on it. That's what I had to do. Or go to USDC to go ahead to make sure it happens. Convert that. That's a way of converting your dollars into Bitcoin. When you, like you say, USDC is a good way to do it.
Yeah, like another thing too, like on some of my stuff, if I want to bypass something, I'll send USDC to my cold storage wallet and swap it on my cold storage wallet, or just buy it
Right.
off of it. So you can buy it off of there. But I have BitPay too, and
BitPay, I have that on here too. But
yeah,
BitPay, it takes 2 weeks for your deposits to show up. You had this is a game too. You don't get your money right away. You had to be very, very patient.
basically uh I use BitPay for my everyday purchases too. So I just put money on there and use my BitPay debit card. So I'm into using all my crypto debit cards. I'm basically fading away. I really don't even use a bank, like talking about it, to be honest with you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But majority of the things that I do is because of my stocks on the dividend side. So they they supply the way that I live. You know what I'm saying? And people didn't even much tell you that you don't even have to spend your paycheck if you don't want to, right?
right,
They don't tell you that though.
right.
You know,
Hmm.
you can live off your dividends and pay all your bills off your dividends and save your check. But ain't nobody gonna tell you that because they don't want you to get ahead.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So and here this is Trust Wallet right here too. This is another one right here. That's Trust Wallet. You see the Ethereum, you see XRP on this though.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
This is
see.
another good one right here. These are decentralized wallets where the government and nobody can mess with you on this. It's like you having a cold storage wallet. Then you could transfer this from these from these like from these wallets here to cold storage. You know what I'm saying? Off the
Yeah.
decentralized website. You know what I mean? And put it in
Mhm.
your cold storage wallet. Cold storage wallet you could put on your keychain and take with you anywhere that you go. You know what I mean? If like you know how you use the crypto system very well to pay for merchandise and everything. So tell me what sites are taking Bitcoin right now from you to pay for things like with Amazon, cell phones, and anything that you want. Which ones are doing it right now? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back on the off the cam.
All you know what I'm saying. All of them is like taking. I don't like. Actually, I didn't sold all my Bitcoin and all my Ethereum. I
You
sold everything.
did?
Yeah, because I feel like the price of everything is like really expensive. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second. All right, this me.
Okay.
All right, look. So this thing right here go with me everywhere in the world.
Oh, those everywhere you go. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit up here. So I'm gonna give you a thing right here. So this my decent wallet. Oh, my bad. This my decent wallet that I have,
Right.
and this what my ledger looks like. So there we go. So this is the
That's
ledger.
Ledger. Oh yeah, I seen that before. Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't they don't go nowhere without me going. They that's like my little child. That's never gonna grow up. You know what I'm saying? So uh oh, and let me show you this while I'm up here. Uh, and this is my Coinbase debit card for crypto, and this one right here is my crypto.com card here. So
Hmm. Let me
I,
go.
I use both of these for everyday purchases. So you know what I'm saying?
Let me go ahead and pull a couple things out. Man, damn, you gonna make me go and pull the shit out.
And I don't know if you have one, but I have the BitPay. You got one of these?
Let me see. Big Pay, yeah, I have one. Yeah, I
Okay.
got one. I'm gonna
This
go on my camera now.
this one right here, the Glint card.
Oh, Glenn. Oh, yeah. I've been
Yeah,
seeing a lot of advertisements on that.
that's for
People,
the gold.
people. These are apps. Start looking these apps up. Start taking these notes. This is very serious information. Your dollar ain't gonna mean nothing pretty soon. All this electronic currency, all these electronic cards, it's the stuff that's gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he's showing that.
Yeah, so that's how you know what I'm saying. I kind of sit up here and get everybody. I try to get everybody to you know what I'm saying to try to utilize some things, but exactly, yeah, yeah, all day every day. I utilize that all day every day. But
I'm gonna show you something else too that I got too. I have a lot of money. I have started to build a lot of money up with them too. I had them for a long time.
the XLM to do that. So I made sure I had a nice little bag of that also, you know, and that's what people don't realize. So
Right.
you know, but you know it's
I like this right here. And how often do you use this?
every day,
Every day?
every day
So
on
it's
my
more
crypto.
beneficial to use those type of cards instead of using like your Vero and all those other cards, right?
I mean the benefits for me, that's what it is. The benefits. So you know if you're gonna get, ain't nobody gonna give me no 4% back on XLM or
We already know who Sunkiss is. Me and you both. She'll be on this channel to talk about some finance things soon because I want to see. hear the stuff on the women's side. So if we want me, you want to do one for the ladies too and stuff like that, because it seems like more ladies are more interested before the men in here.
Yeah. I mean, if they got any questions or anything like today, I mean, I put it like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm too young to rush, but I'm too old to waste time.
Right.
You know, so
Mhm.
if they have something that you guys want to talk about right now, I mean, every minute is important, especially right now. Right now.
Right. And we got 10 in tech reviews. He said this is why I'm talking about the way to change the game, drop those gems. Thank you, 10-minute tech reviews. So we
Yeah.
went ahead and read the comments. We have 4 people in the chat right now. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Next time we on here, I'll open up the chat for y'all. Or you want you want me to open up the chat, you can send
Yeah,
gas in
open, hey
whatever.
man, open it up now, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
You wanna open up the chat?
Man, open up, man. Let's talk about it. Let's
Okay,
talk about it.
I'm gonna go
I ain't
put it right
holding
inside the
nothing.
chat right now. And anyone want to ask some questions?
All
All
right,
right, let
yeah,
me
go
go
ahead.
ahead, copy that. All right, and what's up, Donna? So anyone wants to get inside the chat, let me go right ahead and do that. Let me see. I don't know how to do it from the Apple computer. I had to do it from my phone. I don't know how to do it from the Apple computer. I'm not real good at that from the Apple computer, pasting stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So I had put it in here, but yeah, I'm not good at doing it from the Apple computer. So that's
Oh, yeah,
all.
you having complications?
Yeah, I'm not good at doing this. I'm pasting. I'm used to Android. I'm not good at this at doing this from the Apple computer. Pasting it.
Oh, okay, okay. Shit. Let me see how I can do that.
I'm
God
not good at.
damn.
Yeah, I don't really use Apple like that.
Okay, you couldn't paste it into your chat.
Let me go right ahead and do it. Let me go right ahead and do it from my phone.
Hey, good morning. I'm sorry, man. My apologies, everybody. Good morning. How y'all doing? I hope y'all having a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Because this is very important. This is very important. Let me go right ahead and
I ain't the
shit.
sharpest guy in the room, but you know what I'm saying. I just kind of fell up on this crypto stuff, and it made a good way. You know what I'm saying? Good
Right.
morning, Donna. How you doing? You know,
Donna's a
so
good woman. She's a very wonderful woman.
I want to.
You ever watch her live? She talked about the stories of murders and all that, and relationship and mysteries and all that on her channel.
Okay, okay, all right,
Check her channel out sometime. You know what I mean? Donna, you
yeah.
want to put your link up here on the channel if you want for people to sub to your channel. You know?
They
Yeah.
always ask me why you don't have no channel because I'm like I don't have time. I mean, because things changing so fast. I can
Especially,
release information, but I just don't
especially
have.
especially in this market, you cannot have the regular average mind and be caught up. Your head has to be clear.
Hey, let me say this, and this is crazy too. Last year I traveled every month last year, and at the end of December, I said the whole year 2022, I'm sacrificing the whole year. From January the 1st till now, I haven't went nowhere. I went home and check on my mom. At the furthest I went, I didn't do no traveling. Every day, all day is all about learning how crypto work, what's coming down the pipes, and everything else that how you can help people. So it's not about it ain't no funny games. Let me put it like that.
You got that right.
Yeah, it ain't no funny game.
Mm-mm. You think it's just going to be just you going to the party like dancing, shaking your tail feather or anything like that? No, this is business, and this is business life.
I turned down many parties and a lot, and I got criticized for it, but it's cool though because when you have a vision and when you're thinking about something and you're doing something, other people don't see that. They can't see what you're doing, but they'll be the first to like hate on you, and you'd be like, okay, I tried to offer you this, so what's the problem now? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the link is in the chat, people. So you want to go ahead and join, ask them any questions. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
let's talk about
saying? Join the chat. I'll let you in. That's all. But your trolls, you don't get let in at all. So don't even think about it. I snipe your asses out the damn chat.
it. Like,
Yeah. They get
yeah,
trolls get rocky by a bowl in this motherfucker.
The only person who never really had a true fight and went to the Hall of Fame, huh?
You know, shit. And that's real shit. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
got any questions, anything you want to ask? This is your opportunity right now. I'm gonna be trying to bring some other people on here. And it's up. I mean, did you like the show? I'll keep it going between us every Monday, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's cool,
saying?
man. I mean,
And we keep on giving you new information in finance and tech and stuff like
look,
that. So break down the tech that these people have to use on apps and everything besides the other ones and stuff that we just explained that they got to do to be able to get this cripple, be able to have access. Because once you're in it, it's not a game. You got to watch everything.
everything. It's a full time job. I mean, uh, I had like let me give you a perfect example. You heard of Voyager?
Hmm?
You heard of Voyager before?
I never
The
heard
app
of it.
Voyager.
Voyager. Yeah, I heard of it. Not that good. Not yeah. Nah, I
Okay.
hadn't heard. Yeah.
It went bankrupt months ago, right?
Right.
So we had money on there that was staking, and I came in one day. I was so confused because I couldn't find something, and so I was like, man, I gotta collaborate all this stuff together. So I collaborated everything, and the day that I did that, the next day they went bankrupt, and I had thousands. They had people that one dude come on now. He lost like 400K. Some people lost 3-4 million.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what you have when you buy it and leave it on these platforms, on these centralized exchanges. That's why you take it and get it into a cold storage wallet. You ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Because these the staking fees was good at the time. They was good at the time, but now they went down because if you really look at it, we didn't been in a whole year of a bear market.
Mm-hmm.
Whole year, we haven't been in a bull market since like what last year.
Right.
So everything's suppressed. But I guarantee you one thing though, when everything breaks out, you're gonna have a lot of millionaires. And I'm talking about in the short term.
What you think about the gold and the silver coming back into the dollar? That's starting to come back now, from what I'm hearing. Look into that.
I've been purchasing silver like every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I purchase silver. You know, it's just something that I'll never sell. That's gonna be something that I pass on to my kids. Uh, but I purchase that every 2 weeks. The gold, yeah, it's a little expensive, but it was more affordable for me.
I know
So
people used to do carrot bars.
say it
Those
again.
gold bars, them little bars is real carrot bars. You ever heard
Mm,
of that?
nah, I never heard of
Yeah, they sell that too. You know what I'm saying?
it. Okay,
And
okay,
carrot bars was like one of those things where you had to go out there and be a seller and try to sell at people and get other people on your team, and people will buy a $2,000 package from you. You know what I'm saying?
okay, okay.
You look into that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
had the little carrot bars, and I looked into it. You know what I mean? And you get little gold. You may want to save. You may want to get those type of little golds too. You know what I mean? And you can cash out on these little bars of gold too when you go to a cash to gold place.
Okay, because I buy like an ounce of silver, like well, not an ounce. I buy some ounces, but it's like 27 an ounce, $27 an ounce. Compared to the gold, is like what $700-800 an ounce, something like that.
Right. So when
But
the
go
turmoil hits, and I advise any of you people get a food kit that has 25 years store life, and,
facts.
and pay your cash for it. Do not put it on a card. You put it on a card, motherfuckers going to kick in the door and do as they see fit.
You know, the biggest thing that what I wanted to do is I made sure that before I quit, because pretty soon I'm finna quit my job. I ain't got time for all that.
Right.
And once I line myself up through my stocks and my dividends. Well, I get I'm gonna get paid $10,000 a month, so that's 120K a year. So once I quit, and if crypto fails, I still got 10K coming in a month. That's how I got it set up. So by paying the dividends and stuff like that, when you look at dividend stocks, you're looking at the Exxon Mobil's, you're looking at the SPY, you're looking at the FedEx. You know what I'm saying? You're looking at the P specs, the AGNCs, all these other stocks. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to deal with people in real estate, so I bought the land that Costco, Best Buy, Walmart put their buildings on. I
You
don't
bought
want to
that?
deal.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with tenants. So they pay me like a check, like some of them like every month, some of them like every quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So the
Yeah, so,
corporation pays you. That's what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Take notes, people. Take
yeah,
notes.
yeah. You're a shareholder. Once you buy into that, you're a shareholder. So they gonna you know what I'm saying, send you out letters. You know what I'm saying? You part of the company now. Like Exxon Mobil. When you pass by Exxon Mobil, you see that. You like, hey, I own some of that. It's not a big portion. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some of them where they can, pay you like 2500 like every 3 months. Not to mention if you got some other things coming in where they like 1,000, 500, 800, all of that up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. And the majority of the land that I got is upstate where y'all at, up in Philly and New York. So I don't own nothing down here.
So it's mostly up here. So you got stuff here in PA, right?
Philadelphia and New York. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I ask you off the line about that. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, yeah.
I know probably majority of your places are at.
I mean, I don't even. Well, it's I can talk about it now. I ain't got nothing hidden. It's like every Walmart and every Best Buy and every Costco, all that what you see.
Okay, well, all the
Yeah,
Walmarts, yeah.
yeah. I got
In
land,
South Philly and stuff like they got them in the suburbs. You got them all over up here.
and I'm getting paid off of that by sitting home every day. I don't have to go ask my tenant for no money or nothing.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah,
And you don't have to be chasing tenants down for money or anything like that.
no, no. I'm in a real estate investment trust funds, and then I got one by ANG that the government pay me every month.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. And let me break down. Let me go. Let me say. Ask the coins for XRP. How much a person got to invest in an XRP? How much money? How many coins they got to be just to make that just to become rich or to barely have some good money that's gonna come back to them?
I I really wish that I can answer that for you because I'm not finna do like these so-called moon boys do and give you a number because they don't even know a number. They just doing that for clicks and views, right?
Right.
But if you want to be credible about everything that you do, you just can't say that it's going to do this and do that. You know, buy as much as you can without hurting you paying your bills whenever it's reasonable for you, and just keep buying until the price goes up. You know, and I knew like let's just say if it's gonna move all the money in the world, I mean, I wanted to make sure I had at least 2,000 coins. You know what I'm saying? And I'll sit up here and let me say let me throw a number out there.
So
If let's just let's just say I heard a couple people, and I believe what it was this guy was partially right because I believe they made him sign an NDA or something after he said what he said, and he said that
mm,
XRP was going to get 50,000 plus. That was yeah, that was like between now and let's see. Let's just say if you hold 50,000 coins, I mean 2,000 coins at 50K, all right, that's 100 million. But let's go back to this. Say for instance you have 2,000, right? But a more reasonable number. Let's use 589.
right.
If it jumps up to $589, that's 1.1 million off of 2,000 coins. Now, is that Can that happen? Absolutely. Look at Bitcoin and look at Ethereum. They're not fixing to move all the money off of nothing, and that's just off of $589 for one coin. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, uh, yeah, you playing with some money. Once you start playing with this, you I don't even much know, man. That's why I be like sitting up here listening to some of these cats. I be like, why? How you gonna even predict something that we've never seen before? It's been what 50, 60 years since we done came through a new financial system since Swift was came up there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So y'all don't even they don't even know. They don't even know. The people like the people at XRM and them, yeah, they know. I mean, the XRP, they know, but we don't know. They know what the number is. But see, that's why I put it at 589. They was using that number 589. I said, okay, well, that makes sense because for the reason is that if they shoot it up, they know one thing. How many people you think gonna sell at 589,000 if they look up and see 1.1 million into their account?
Right. Exactly. Like
Verbatim.
right. Like you put $700 or $800 in it, then it shoots up. Next thing you know, you see all that money. They want you to sell. You sell it.
And then what they do, it goes back onto the exchanges and they just purchase what you just sold.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, unless those 2,000 is what you have to say, okay, well, if it does go up, well, yeah, I'm gonna cash out this 1 million because this is my little throwaway pot already. I already had this lined up. Not to mention the other coins and tokens that you got that's finna go up also, right?
Right.
Yeah. So they're gonna bait you in, get you to sell. They're gonna be like, okay, yeah, I give them 1 million, but once they sell that, well, I'd rather give them 1 million and give them 100 mil. They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
blow that because what? They know they're gonna probably go buy Lambos. They're gonna put it right back into the economy.
Right. Or Lamborghinis.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all they're gonna do. You got a whole bunch of money now. You know what I'm
Zoom,
saying?
zoom, zoom.
Yeah. So you finna go purchase all this stuff. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Shoot, they're gonna go Route 30 on the main line and push it to go to the damn Ferrari dealership. You know what I'm saying? Up there
yeah.
right in their VA. You say get themselves a
Yeah.
Ferrari and stuff, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And a
That's
nice,
what
nice
they
little
do.
car, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And they be like, okay,
Yeah, because
cool,
main
cool.
line's like a rich area, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, okay. They gonna give you that little change though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Say, excuse
Okay,
me.
oh,
Say your
oh,
name is so nice.
oh, she
Calling
gave you a nice little compliment. Donna right there.
You can tell you're a cool, relaxed man, no drama. Nah, I don't have no drama. You know what I'm saying? The greatest peace in the world is a peace of mind. So that's why I'm always chilling. You know.
There you
So
go.
you can't be in this crypto with emotions also. You know what I'm saying? So uh, you have to number one, you have to be patient. If you're not patient, you don't even need to get into this.
No, you
Uh,
don't.
I'm gonna tell you just like that because once you invest into your emotions, man, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm losing all this money.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I don't. The only thing I worry about is getting my money off the exchanges. That's the only thing I worry about. You
yeah,
know?
that's how someone get.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and that's it, man.
like just like the movie RoboCop when them dudes was jumping off the damn roof.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Hey, it's it's fixing to get crazy, man. And like I said the other night, I've been talking about this for over a year, right? And only out of the thousands of people I didn't talk to, only six didn't listen. Only
Right.
six people. Yeah, only six. And they hit me up, you know what I'm saying? They talk to me all the time, ask me what I think. And like I tell them, I I don't know everything, man, but do apply myself. You know what I'm saying? There's two things that I do. I make myself approachable and make myself teachable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't have any patience with people who are novice to things that really don't understand what's going on. Everybody learn different, man. And if you cap off or crash out because they're asking you something that you already know about, I mean, you don't need to be in the game. You know,
Exactly.
hold your information to yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that all these companies from like Fidelity, you'll be able to put your account into in the crypto. Crypto finna take over everything. You know,
Yes,
like I
sir.
said about by 2025, all that. I tell you what, everybody was talking about them 40 acres and a mule. Here it is. Here it is right here. It's your 40 acres and a mule. If you want it, come get it. If not, it's cool. But I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why a lot of people don't want their 40 acres and a mule though, because they're distracted by everything in life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everything that's on TV, everything from all the things that we don't even much need to be listening to, because as they got your attention here, they moving things over here.
Mind control. Mind control. You see my fingers? Mind
Yeah,
control.
that's all. Yeah.
Zombies, zombies, zombies. You know better than a person on the streets of Kensington, Philadelphia. That's how they got you hooked.
You know, hey, they know. I know this is the last chance for me. I know this is the last chance for me. I know that after they do this, it ain't no more. It
And
ain't no
Miss
more.
Red, take that 401k money and invest it into cryptocurrency. It'll be the best move that you ever made in your life.
And just check this out. Like, if you got $20, you know what I'm saying, and you buy $20 worth of XRP, that's probably 40 tokens, 40 coins.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you do that and you just keep doing that $10 for, because uphold minimum is $10. So you keep doing that until I say March the 31st, because by that time something's gonna happen. It's gonna happen before then, because you know what I'm saying. They're gonna catch us all out going when we sleeping. When we wake up, it's gonna be like, here it is, and you ain't gonna be prepared for it. It's gonna be unaffordable.
Talk to Miss Ray real quick. She talking about that sounds scary. Let's educate her real quick, please.
You know, you got. I tell you what, they got like an I trust. Okay, it's a crypto. It's almost like a crypto longevity account for like 401ks and stuff like that. I trust capital, and they'll give you a person who will kind of help you monitor your things. And I believe the maximum is like $6,000 a year. But at 59 years old, you can take it out and you don't have to pay one single tax. Whatever in there, that's your money. You don't have to pay $1 taxes on it. The maximum you can put in a year is, I believe, $6,000. You know, so and like I say, I don't know everything, but I do a
Right.
lot of research. I do a lot of reading, and I don't sit up here and play with people's money because I don't want nobody playing my money. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you don't want that. You know what I mean?
You know,
Because of that is pretty bad in my state, especially down there where you live in Texas. Boom,
yeah.
they're
Uh,
crazy. They're real Texas. They're very money crazy where you at.
mhm. No problem. I mean, always, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I say something, just go check it out, you know. And I always use this method. They call it trust and verify. That's all I do.
Right.
I trust what a person say, but I'm gonna go verify to make sure that it's cool for me. And I was so upset because I lost so much money, but I was trying to do something, but I didn't have no help. Like me and you talking now, I didn't have nobody to call and say, "Hey, how I do this and how I do that."
Mm,
I didn't have it. I was losing, you know what I'm saying,
big
all day,
time,
every
right?
day. Yeah. And people was like, how much you started off with? And I tell them I started off with $5. I put $5 into my Coinbase,
Hmm.
and during that time, you know, the volatility was high, so it was up and down.
Yep. It did go up and down because I put a
Yeah.
little bit in that coin base. You know what's the crazy too? When I put $1 to $2 in the Coinbase, it made me $36. Both coins made me $36 when I did it on Coinbase.
You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah,
made me really take it serious. Let me tell you a little story. Let me tell you a little story. You remember when Shiba Inu had his run up when they made all these millionaires?
yeah.
So my partner had told me, my little partner, he 25 years old. He said, "Hey man, why don't you take out about $50 and put it in here and let's see what it do. It ain't gonna hurt us nothing." I'm like,
Right.
nah,
What you got to lose?
yeah, I ain't getting into
What you
that.
got
I
to
told
lose? Yeah.
and he called me back in October last year, and he made $31 million. He took out 2 million, put it into his account, and invested the other 29 million.
Wow. This is
And
what happens when you stay focused on purpose.
but it's on me. I fell, and I'm man enough to say that I fell because he tried to put me on something, but my traditional thinking
Hmm.
allowed me to stay the old way that they taught our parents is just go to work, come home,
Hmm.
eat, go to sleep, and repeat the process.
I wouldn't. That was me 2 years ago. I was
Yeah,
thinking like that. That was me when this Bitcoin first started. If I had started it 2, 3, 4 years ago, I would be way better off than where I am right now.
I missed my turn, and that
And that's
affected me, man. It affected me a lot. I invested all my time, and I said to myself, I'm going to work for some CEO that I'm gonna never meet in my life, man. I'm trading my time for money on his schedule. Why I can't do it on mine?
And remember, I'm gonna tell you people right now who's working these 9 to 5s, they need your black ass to be poor. They need you to stay poor. They need you to be living on the streets of Baltimore. They need you to be living on out there on the streets of Philadelphia, putting drugs and shoving needles into your arm so they can stay rich. They need y'all right then and there. You know what I mean? Half of these cats on the boats doing the same stuff they sell, snorting coke off a fucking hooker's ass and all that, and all we do is fucking slave for them for little fucking peanuts. Fuck them.
You know what a salary is, man? A salary ain't nothing but a dream killer, though. And that's what I work right now. And I was trying to tell these guys the other night.
Hey Malik, you could come into the chat. This brother from Baltimore has a lot of knowledge on a lot of things. And
Okay,
links inside the chat, so I would love for you to come in. You know what I mean? Brothers having a good financial discussion. So I definitely want you to come in. Put the let me go ahead and put the link back up again for him to come in. You know what I'm saying? He
and
has a wonderful wife and a wonderful family too. So
I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it
what's it,
anyway.
what you gonna say?
I For a living, I make gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. So half of the time when you pumping gas or you
Right.
receiving eight, maybe
I'm
7 times
Malik
out
in
of
here.
10, I made that right.
Yo,
And
what's
they
up?
tell me, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We
What's
got
up?
Malik from out of Bmore here. What's up, Malik?
What's going on, good people?
Hey, nothing much. We're having this good financial discussion and forecast. I'm trying to show brothers over here are actually doing something. There is still hope out here.
Okay, so I kind of heard my man say something about salary. Sound like he was ready to drop some jewels, but I got it on the Bluetooth. So can he rewind back this part about the salary?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I I work on a salary, man, and it's nothing but a dream killer. I've been doing it for like 20 years now, and it stop you because you cool with what you got, and they program us to do those things. Well, we don't have to actually stop and think outside the box, And I was that person, and I realized once I realized that my boss had my career in his hand, it was over. It's time for me to do something different because, like we were saying earlier, everybody want their reparations, and they're like, okay, well, we can't get that. Yeah, you can get it. It's here right now. It's here right now. And all you have
Well,
to do is apply yourself. I'm sorry, go ahead.
so I'm gonna say this. When I started working legitimately back in 2003, consistently, shouts out to my big brother, shouts out to my mentor. Definitely my big bro's birthday today. So
But the big boy, happy
um,
birthday, my
I,
man.
I'm, I'm,
Happy
gonna say,
birthday.
I'm gonna say one of the acronyms he taught me was JOB, and he said job just means just over broke.
Mm.
And then he said to me, choose a career. So I went to college to become a psychologist because my mother got high, so I wanted to understand why she got high. So
Right.
my brother's in this organization. He told me, man, look, you bring me this GPA, I'll sponsor you to go in this organization. So me being me, I was an asshole. So I bring a 3.3 GPA. So now I go in there, I put the piece of peril on his computer, like, yo, make it happen. And he said to me, okay. He said, but now I got one more for you. So pardon me, I was like, what you mean one more? He said, now I told you about the job is just over broke and
Just
find a
over broke.
career. I said, yeah, yeah. He said, now I got one more for you, but you might not be ready for this. So I say, man, what is it? He said, now I'm not saying don't finish school. So he told me to change my major. So I went from psychology to social work because he showed me how I could take that old 65,000 the state was promising me for psychology, flip it to 85,000 in social work, and then double it down and start my own practice, come out around 120. So now me being an ex-hustler, I'm like, damn, nigga, you just broke the pod down. Nigga, you just bagged up down from a half a brick with no scale. So we
Mm-hmm.
talking so I can understand. And he replied so I can understand. So then I switch up the major, I double down, boom, boom, boom. So halfway through, so one of the requirements, I don't know why I got this dumb echo. One of the requirements for, or one of the things I requested when I broke the 3.3 GPA, and he sponsored me to a pledge, and I didn't even pledge yet. I'm still waiting. He went to a step show with me. So we go to this step show. So now I'm at a historical HBCU. My brother, 20 years removed from college. We at the step show. He hopping. He's setting it out. He barking. The cues is out. So now we did from the step show to the frat house. So he said, bro, I got one more for you. I said, man, you always got a bunch of goddamn jewels while we are out here having fun. So he dropped this one on me. He said, man, listen, I want you to get that piece of paper. So I wound up getting my AA in human services because I had the opportunity to take these little two courses. So I got the AA, still working on the BS, right? So now when he dropped this in my lap, I wasn't ready because he fucked me up. Pardon me. He said, man, you know what a degree means, right? I said, yeah, man, I'm certified to be able to go out here and perform this particular task, blah, 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 blah. He said, Negro, please, a degree don't mean shit, but you trainable. My whole jaw dropped. I said, what?
Wow.
I just, nigga, I just spilled this goddamn champagne. He said, calm down. He said, the
I
degree
don't blame
does
you.
have value. He said, the degree does have value. He says, but you have people who have degrees in business working in IT and IT who working in human. He said, the fact that you set out to complete a task for 4 years means everything. And that's what they look for in the work world. So I'm not going to necessarily doubt what you're saying or hinder what you're saying or downplay. I kind of see what you mean about the salary thing. But here's the one thing I learned about that salary. That's your safe net. So if you stay with IBM for 20 years and you thought and you had a financial plan and you took and you saved 25% of your yearly earnings, now you have a safe net to do what the fuck you want, when the fuck you want, how the fuck you want. But what a lot of us are afraid of is to fail. And I mean, I'm here to tell you that you have a bigger success from failure than you do from succeeding. And people say, why? Because I had to prove to myself that I wasn't a failure, not to nobody else, but to myself. And failure just means the particular approach you were trying to attack to acquire whatever that particular goal was just didn't work. So you really didn't fail. You just had to change the method to which you acquired the goal you tried to obtain.
I had to learn that too, how to change up. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a
And,
lot of mental work. You know what I mean? When you deal with the streets, then you're converting over to doing this type of stuff. It takes a lot of changes in your life to
and,
So,
focus.
so
let
my
me.
man, I think go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. My apologies. Go ahead.
So I think your name said Booster in the
Yeah,
middle. Okay.
yeah.
Here's the one thing that I noticed you have that most folks don't have:
Yep.
the ability to see where they went wrong. And I'm saying that based on you said that your boss with the salary has you locked in.
Mm,
Here's the one thing I think you also know: that at whatever field you're in, is somebody willing to pay you more than what he's paying you or she's paying you.
mm.
And I also know that you got enough to know. And again, I'm not trying to assault you, so please don't take it that way.
No, not at all.
That, that you know how to make the same moves without the same people in a better manner to acquire a better position at the same thing you're doing.
Facts. Facts.
So for us who have that ability to think outside of the box and put it in a circle and make it into a rectangle and then put it into a triangle and we still get to the same destination, we bad, we treacherous.
Yes, we are. Yes,
And
we are.
and
I'm,
that's go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut. I'm
No,
a,
go
I'm
ahead.
a, I'm a chemical engineer, right?
Oh,
And
oh my God. Oh my God.
and
Yeah.
and what I wanted to say was is that I haven't spun a check in 3 years because everything that when I got into stocks at 12 years old and I'm 45 now, I'm 45, and my dividend stocks pay my mortgage. My dividend stocks pay my vehicle notes. It pays my property tax. It pays everything. So I don't even spend my check because I did what was right while I was young, and at the time it cost me money, but now on the back end I get to see what's really going on with it. Let me tell you a story. And if you heard it, my apologies to you. Okay. They had this guy. They had these two scientists. They was trying to control everything, right?
Right.
So they wanted to know how they was going to control it. So what they did, they went out there and they got five chimpanzees. Okay, they put them into this cage, right? All the way in the corner, they put up a ladder and some bananas.
Some bananas.
Yeah, a ladder and a banana for them to eat. So each one of them stood on the opposite side of the cage. As soon as they turn the chimpanzees loose in there, one of them ran up to the grab the banana, and as soon as he went up there, they turned the fire hoses on the other four. They looking and they unconcerned. They don't know what's going on. And the bottom guy, that's the monkey that's on the top, he looking down like what's taking place. Okay? The next day, the same process happened. So the third day, the chimpanzees got smart. When one tried to run up there, they grabbed him and they snatched him back. All right, don't you're not going up there because every time you go up there, we get beat down with water around here. So you got a generation of monkeys that will no longer try to make it because they don't know why people feeding them with that water. But all the other ones know is that you can't go up there because we're gonna get pain down here. So when that older generation die off and the next generation come on, nobody's trying to get out that rut that we've been in, and we don't understand why we're not getting out that rut because we know it's gonna hurt other people. You know what I'm saying? So we become what they call crabs in a bucket. That we ain't gonna let nobody go nowhere, and that's what they taught us over the time. But some of us were smart enough to know that we could choose the latter, but we have to do it in a better way when they're not looking. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Right.
all smart enough, and God knows I love psychology. I love psychoanalysis. I love Sigmund Freud. I love Alfred Adler. I love all of them. You
The
know what I'm
same
saying?
experiment you talking about, they did that with monkeys too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then the monkeys, and when one monkey was trying to get the banana hit everybody
ain't
else,
gonna
the
happen.
monkey got beat up.
And then they didn't have to use them. They didn't have to use the water no more because you know what? They programmed them to say, okay, the older monkeys like, nah, we getting pain because of your decisions. We're not gonna do that. That's just why I'm saying. I said that to say this is that if you don't try to get these reparations that they're gonna give us right now, it'll be another
We're done.
generation that's held back. That's
We're
held
done.
back.
Thousands of years done. Another century and all that. You know what I mean? We done. You're gonna die. You're gonna die working
You
for
finna
that
have
salary and everything
billionaires and
else.
trillionaires out here. And when you mention billionaires here in a couple of years, it's gonna be equivalent to what a millionaire is now,
Oh, it's gonna
and
be
a
equivalent to
billionaire is
that.
gonna be what a trillionaire is.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
So it keeps
saying?
going up. Then they're gonna create another class.
That's
It's
how it
pretty
is.
much.
That's how it is. Hey,
Um,
all they say is
um,
one thing. They hid everything in the book. Klaus Schwab put it in the book, The New World Order. They put it in there. They know we're not gonna read, so they put it in the book. It's right there in our face.
I was told to read a book today called "The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews."
Oh
Mm,
yeah, I was told that. My cousin sent that to me. He's in the Nation of Islam.
mm.
I, um, to piggyback off of what you just was talking about, that kind of reminds me of Who Stole My Cheese. Um, with the adage of about you ever heard the story with the wounded dog on the porch with the nail, and the lady
No,
walked past every day, and then one day she finally told the dog, "Hold still, I'm gonna take the nail out," and the dog said, "No, no, no."
Now I didn't hear that. Didn't hear that. Well,
Okay, well, it's
ooh.
it's sort of it's sort of the same adage as what he was talking about with the monkeys and the chimpanzees. So, long story thin, in a sense, here's the number one thing that we don't do,
What's
and I
that?
will agree, we don't read enough, but we never take our time. This generation wants everything in an instant, and it brings me back to what my trainer said one day. He was like, "You got two bulls on a hill, and you got a pasture of sheep." And the young bull says to the old bull, "Hey man, let's run down there and fuck one of them up." And the old bull says, "No, my son, let's walk down there and fuck them all." And the young bull looks like,
I
huh?
heard about that story.
So
That's
so
crazy.
I agree with what he's saying, and I also agree about, ring the bell, bud. The generation next about the billionaire and the trillionaire becoming the new thing. But here's the one thing I'm gonna throw out there, and it's coming to it's gonna come faster than we realize. The American dollar isn't worth anything anymore like it used to be.
no,
So
no.
the other day I went to this restaurant, and I was having some lunch, and me and my son was there, and we were sitting having fun talking. Wednesday, right? So we were sitting and having a good time, and I said, "Yo, y'all don't take no cash." He said, "No, Dad, we don't take cash." I said, "Well, damn, suppose I didn't read." He said, "Well, I don't know." I said, "But no, I'm really posing the question because you do have some people who can't read, and I'm not saying it's anybody's fault, but just think if I couldn't read, the sign that said no cash." And then the young lady said, "Well, um, what about Apple Pay?" And I was like, "Suppose I have Apple Pay, or what is Apple Pay?"
Mm-hmm.
And the light bulb went in my head, and I thought, I thought back to this one thing one of my mentors taught me 20 years, 30 years ago. It never came to fruition. But if you remember, those, I'm sure y'all remember, we had an incident in Baltimore where a dude named Dante Carter had them create him a fake driver's license. With this driver's
Mm.
license, he went out and committed a bunch of crimes and some dumb shit, right?
How long ago was this? Like
This was before they first changed the license, so probably 25 years ago.
25 years ago. Okay, yeah.
Okay, matter of fact, I'm sure they changed the license worldwide. If you had a license back in the late 80s, early 90s, or before, remember you had that little picture that was cut out
Yep,
and your license was.
I still got my 90 Pennsylvania licenses and stuff like that. Still got my licenses and some of my deceased relatives' licenses. So I remember what they actually look like. I got them on me right now.
Okay, now, if you can remember, they went from that to the computer screen,
Right.
to the right. And then now you have what they call the world license or whatever they call the new drink with all the undercoded
Real
hologram.
ID. They got real ID. I got a real ID.
Okay, right. All of that came about off of the dude Dante Carter. But if you can remember when the first new license came out, it had that barcode on the back. Now, for all those who don't know, that barcode was to be your bank card, your credit card, your passport. Your
Mm-hmm.
license was going to be the only one document that the one piece of information that would know who you were, what you are, and everything. And for those who don't remember that, Duracell came out with a commercial in the early 2000s where the lady couldn't find her dog and she's in the park.
Sure.
And if you can remember, she runs to the pocketbook and pulls out this little device and tracks the dog. That's what the purpose of that
Yep.
driver's license was
Mm-hmm.
going to be.
That's that RDFI chip that you're talking about.
All right. So now,
Mm-hmm.
if you put all this together and then you compile it with what's popping off right now, cash is get ready not be worth any goddamn thing. And the only thing you're going to need now is your goddamn name and signature. Because everything in a few years is going to be based off your signature, which is going to mean that your credit status and you have this, and this, and this, that, and that, and that, and that.
And
It's
remember,
not no longer. Go ahead.
you heard about the social credit score that they're trying to apply over here from China over here on your relating to your social media.
No. Bring me
Look into
bring me
that.
up to speed on that.
Like in
Okay,
China,
so
they got
social.
the credit score and your social credit. The social credit score is low over there in China. You could be sentenced to death if you're talking about things too much against the government.
Okay, now I'm not shocked that you brought that up
Yep.
because a lot of people don't understand how history repeats itself. And I say that in the sense of back in the day, you had this, and this. And it the same thing has came about, but it's in reverse. And
True.
one of the things is we had back in the day was, remember the officer friendly program?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then they
We have
came up
power
with the
here.
initiative called Scared Straight.
Scare Straight, yeah. Remember watching them shows in the 80s and stuff like that. You had Mad Dog. I remember a couple of the cats who was on there back in the 80s are still alive now. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
And then they came up with the us killing us equals genocide.
Right.
And then they started to come out with remember at one point you had a high suicide rate.
Yeah. High
And
suicide, yeah.
then society started talking about how suicide goes against the Bible. And then you started having a whole lot of police killings of individuals. But these
Mm-hmm.
individuals had left back notes and plans that they were going to do this crime and they was going to shoot out with the police. And then they started
Oh,
telling you about uh, suicide by cop. Remember that?
yep.
So a lot of us have forgotten certain narratives that have always been around. Like you went from suicide to a cop. and then you came up with the biggest thing, like in Baltimore. The biggest thing was we run this city about the corruption in the police
Yep.
department.
I saw that show.
Now,
You
if
know what I mean?
anybody knows anything about police, the police department been corrupt for eons. But all of a sudden, you had these 2 white officers and these 5 black cops, and they made that shit a worldwide spectacle.
Yep.
And here's the part that people didn't really understand: if you take them 5 white cops, I mean the 5 black cops out, and make it 7 white cops, that shit ain't going nowhere. But because you got 5 African Americans in there, oh no, oh no, oh no, you can't do that. No, 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 no. And the undertone was, in reality, oh no, you niggas are doing too much. We not gonna let you niggas have a badge and this much power, even if 2 white guys orchestrate. No, 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 no.
No, they can't have it, Malik. They can't have it. You know,
So,
you're making a good point.
so like I said, you know, technology is to a point now to where you can use it to make money. And I'm gonna say this and get off and let y'all finish because I'm in a noisy area. About a year ago, Wallow 367, I mean 267. Shout out to Wallow in Philly.
Yep,
He went
Wallow.
to
Yep.
the store and he brought an iPhone. And he said, "Yeah, y'all think I'm balling." He said, "Check this out. This $1,300 phone gonna make me damn near $1,000,000." He said, "If it don't make me $1,000,000, I'm gonna come back and let you know I didn't make what I was supposed to make, and this was not a good investment." And I was like, and I thought about it. And he went and brought that phone. And if every other hour or every other day or every day, he made a goddamn video on Instagram and he kept pushing
Yep.
positive messages, positive messages. So one day I said, damn, you know how we do. This nigga wasn't bullshitting. And
No,
then
he
I
was
thought
not.
about it. If I paid $1,300,
Yep.
why would I just want to run around and just talk to a regular schmo or average Joe? And then somebody said, "What you mean?" I said, "Well, check this. I'm be honest with you. I remember days, and I had money in the streets. You didn't do real street dudes who came up in my time. You ran that shit like the mob. Everybody met you at the cab stand. The cab stand is where you guys met up. You chit chatted. Nobody knew. Nobody said nothing, and you left.
Right.
Now, everything is done over the phone.
On
You
the
got
phone.
more people who done been convicted off of their cell phone, be it text, or these rappers who get and put shit in the goddamn. I never understood that. Damn, you gonna kill up 15 people and then you gonna say how you pull out the Draco and up. God damn, you just told on yourself. Who the fuck
Pretty
tells
much.
on themselves?
And Malik, they might as well walk into the nearest fucking police station just for that.
And some people looked at me like, "What you mean?" I said, "Yo, you ever been out somewhere and your girlfriend tell you, 'Baby, I heard you was at the mall with walking with a female.'" "No, you didn't." "Well, who was you with?" "Oh, they just said it was you and the female." "Yeah, it wasn't me. Wasn't me." "Well, they said wasn't me, babe. Wasn't me." And the whole time in your mind, you like, bitch, you can say whatever you want. It wasn't me. Cause I'm damn sure not gonna tell you it was me. Cause what
Right.
would I be but an asshole to tell on me? But what these people do this generation, they they put the priorities in the bag was order. And I never understand. Little kids say, "Y'all got on the new J's." My nigga, you on the bus. You spent $350 for some fucking sneakers to catch the bus.
Damn.
My nigga, that was ass backwards.
And he's on
Not to,
MTA.
not to mention
Yeah.
that anybody who's ever wore Jordans know Jordan is not a sneaker you wear. You walk to the door, you sit your ass down, and you post up and look cute. Jordans, Air Force One.
Malik, are you still there? You got probably got in a bad area. You probably got in a bad area. I want him to get finished making his point. I'm going to finish that point there. I mean, if you're still on the bus, you still didn't get somewhere, you're buying thousands of dollars worth of stuff, and you're still in the same position, still living in the hood, still living in the projects, you shouldn't be buying those items. You be investing those items to make your situation better. You know what I mean? The thinking is half-ass backwards. I know exactly where he come from. I've seen people done it myself. You know what I'm saying? And so Let me see you could come back on, Malik. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say something to Miss Red for a second. Miss Red, if you're out there listening, don't let that discourage you. Okay. The 2001 crash really left you gunshot. Those, if you haven't failed at anything, you'll never succeed at anything.
My mic went out.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Yeah.
You're good, my man. We hear you.
Social media and sense of entitlement has destroyed everything.
Yes, they have.
Everything. It's like everything the generations before tried to instill, they totally won't even consider. These kids want everything like a microwave.
They want on Comcast on demand, cuz.
Yeah. Hey, I want to be a millionaire. Snap. Oh shit!
Right.
Nah, it don't work like that.
Mm-mm.
I
Did you
heard a
watch
little
Million
kid.
Dollar Summer Game last night?
No, no, no.
Kevin Hart was on there with him.
Who?
Kevin Hart was on there with him. Cause they neighborhood boys.
Is that Kevin Hart, an old one or a new one?
Kevin Hart, it's a new one that he was on there last night. You know
Okay.
what I mean? He was talking to Gilly. He was talking to Wallow. You know what I mean? They neighborhood boys. They felt like the same area, same block of North Philly.
Okay. I did hear about that massive bar shooting they had up in Philly
They had that up
on.
in Kensington, right there, K&A,
Yeah,
Kensington and Allegheny. They had
yeah,
that at nine people got shot, and they said some people they didn't say on the news, but I heard on the street some people did get killed. Like 6 people got killed.
yeah. And I did see that, and I thought, I'm like, damn. But they say pardon me, Philly is treacherous.
It is. I seen it myself. I almost been shot many fucking times. You
They
know what
say
I'm
just
saying? And
they,
I lost buddies, I lost homies on these streets.
they say despite the city of brotherly love, it ain't all Rocky and Apollo Creed running up them step type shit. They
Now
say
you're
Philly,
running and ducking from hollow point tips and bullets and all types of stuff, or shootouts that sporadically just happened without popping out no fucking where.
yeah. But
You know what I mean? I had a homie who was in a shootout up in G Town. He had to do a backflip just not to miss the bullets, but the bullet did hit him. He did survive. That was years ago.
yeah, that shit, it's rough out here, man. I kind of live by the old principle. You gotta be in the house by the time the street light come on. I'm fucking say, what that mean? Yeah, I'm home by 6:30, 7 o'clock. Fuck that. Cause I mean, y'all just reckless. I
Yeah.
mean, and then for you to want to kill somebody over a couple $100,
Hmm.
I never understood that shit. Period. Like, even if somebody owe you some money, like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, you're never gonna get the money that way.
And what they're giving up here in the Keystone State right now, because we're in a Commonwealth, just like Virginia, they're giving big numbers up here to people now. You know what I mean? And you're really not getting no parole, especially in the city limits. You're not really getting no parole. You
I'm gonna
know?
say this. And Scarface, the rapper, said this yesterday. He said, man, he said, I asked the guy who was in the penitentiary how much time he had. He said, the guy said he had 75 years. He said, okay. He said, well, how long did it take you to do what you did? He said, about 3-4 minutes. He said, no, my nigga, that don't balance out. He said, yeah. He said, but the guy understood. He was like, no, he was like, for something that took you 3-4 minutes, you got 75 years?
That's a lot of years, man. That's most of your life. 75 years.
And then the guy said, well, um, something about R. Kelly. You say, yeah, R. Kelly got a 30 piece. He said the smooth R&B singer who was talking to chicks out their clothes got a 30 piece. He said for singing and getting some pussy. Everybody said, yeah. He said, no, that shit don't balance out either.
I want to go
I
into
said,
detail of that, but that's another topic, another subject, another time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
just
because it's a
throwing it
lot
out there
with that.
on how he was saying how things don't make sense. And if you think about your movement before you do it,
You,
sometimes you won't do that same movement.
you see what they
Hey,
did
that's
to
why.
Bill Cosby up here? They
Okay,
paid
go
off
ahead.
the damn DA. They paid off the DA to do what they wanted to do to him. That's what he did, and Cosby got out of it. It took him a couple of years.
No, see, in Cosby, That's not how Cosby got out of that. And I'm gonna say this because this gonna open up a whole nother can of worms that most folks who tune into you don't really realize. Cosby decided not to buy NBC. That's how Cosby got out of that.
Right. Okay.
Cosby, he only went to jail because he was trying to buy NBC.
Yep.
And they knew, contrary to popular belief,
That's
that
true.
that's one nigger, as they call us, he had enough money, enough pull to buy NBC. And what they did was, no, 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 nigga, back to reality. Come on, no, no, no.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna lock you up for teabagging Tanya with with a roofie, and she knew that you roofied her. No, we gonna lock you up because she knew what you did and she was cool with it. Oh, how the fuck you do that? That shit happened 80 years ago. But hey.
You know, I'm listening to what y'all saying, and I got a couple of nephews and some cousins, and younger than me. And if you notice, while you speaking, I don't say nothing because I tell them that two people can't talk at the same time because nobody listening because they always want to talk each other, my little nephews and them like that.
Mm.
So that's why we sit when one person talk. I noticed that on YouTube, everybody try to talk over everybody, and I tell them all the time in the street. I say there's two things we're not gonna do. We're not gonna talk over each other. We
Right.
men. Once you finish talking, I'll respond unless you ask me a question in there. Another thing, the second thing it is, make sure your brain is engaged before you put your mouth in gear. So don't just come out there talking reckless. You know what I'm saying? So that's the code that we live by. We ain't playing these damn things. Like you say, if you want to go up in there and lay down there, they're giving you high numbers, and some people they ain't even giving you numbers. They're giving you alphabets, LIFE. You know what I'm saying? With no chance of coming home. So I understand what you're saying, man, and I try to. I got them into this financial thing, and they bother me all the time, but it's cool. I'd rather you bother me than go sit in the jail and I have to take a collect call from you bother me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And Malik, I was at that courthouse one time too. I saw Cosby come out, and people was about to fight outside of that courthouse in Norristown in the back when he came out with his lawyer. So I got to see that up there. You
Must be in a
know,
bad area, huh?
mm-hmm. Lawyer's good, but the DA laid off. But like he said, man was trying to buy MC. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't have it. You know what I mean? That pissed them off. So when we doing this financial moves and making these financial change, we got to be careful of what we do and and stuff that they could bring out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, his device went out. His device went out. He'll be
I
back.
just
You know what I'm saying? I talked to him on the phone and stuff. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go back to what you're saying. What you were saying, the lady read.
now. I
She
mean,
said,
because distractions and all it is like they give you false hope, and
mm-hmm,
that's what we were talking about earlier by keeping you out the market and doing those type of things right there. Because we done seen so many difficult outcomes of everything to us, just like, nah, we're not gonna do that. And then when people talk about it, you're like, shit, everybody done fail, so I'm gonna leave that alone. But now is the time right now, and I don't know how to explain that to people how serious this is here, and this not getting rich. It's not getting rich. They call this the generational wealth, and it's for 3 and 4 generations that you can set your family up for. So I mean, don't let that steer you away. Even if you buy you 10, 11, 12, tokens or whatever, don't let that 2,000 thing steer you away from that because
mm-hmm.
you have did things different, and you be like, you know. So don't let
Oh,
that
they
discourage.
they love to leave you butt hurt. They love it.
Mm-hmm.
They love to leave you butt hurt. But when they get butt hurt, oh, they ready to kill, do suicide, and do all crazy stuff. You get where I'm coming from. I'm not going to go into.
Absolutely. They know they know they can't steal me out of this one though, because I program myself to be like, hey, no matter what y'all do, I ain't no dummy. I ain't no dummy. When you talk about something moving all the money, XLM, P to P, peer to peer, meaning from me to you, and then you got XDC, which all the trading agreements that we do with China and all the other countries and stuff like that. So you think they're gonna leave these coins at like 2 cents when they want to make millions of dollars? That's gonna be like 2 million coins if you keep it at, you know what I'm saying? But if you
Yeah.
put it at a reasonable number, that's less coins, but it's more valuable. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people not thinking about that like that. It's like, oh, that's never gonna go up. That's what they want
Right.
you to do. They don't want you here.
No, they don't want you there.
Yeah,
No, they don't.
they don't want you here.
They
You're
don't.
not
They don't
supposed to
want you
be.
in. They don't want you in this chair or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only chair they want you to do. They'd like to see you handcuffed and right in the paddy wagon, going right to the prison.
See what I'm
That's what
saying?
they. That's what they love.
Yeah.
You got to understand too. Do you know these families made money off of generations of prisons, each family, and they keep passing down the jobs to their children and next generations?
It's out there
They got a
now.
prison up there, upstate Pennsylvania, where most of Philadelphia prisoners are going to. Up in Dallas Correctional Facility, I got a homie up there who did a murder around 11 Gerard. You know what I'm saying? And he's still up there, got a life sentence for a murder. You know what I'm saying? And and I've never seen the pictures of him up there. But you got to realize too, in that small little town of Dallas, families are running those prisons,
Mhm.
and they're rednecks.
Absolutely.
You know what
You
I'm
know,
saying?
I
And they pass it down to each children. When they retire, they give it to when they kids become 20, they become prison guards there.
I learned more this year in my own house than I learned 4 years sitting in a classroom by going to college. I learned more in my house, not even a
Right.
whole year, than sitting
And
in
the
a
real
class.
and the real education is at your house. And what they doing to these children in these classes, we're not gonna mention it because YouTube gets hurt and sensitive. We mention it. They
Mhm.
trying to turn the kids out. We already know what it is, the agenda. I'm not gonna even go there with that.
But what they don't teach you. That's why I always ask everybody what they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you finance.
Right.
They don't teach you that. They teach you everything else, but they're not gonna teach you that. They're not gonna teach you how to get that bread. But you
Hold on
know,
to that one thought. Malik, since you're on point with things, I'm gonna send you some apps that can help on situation. Your man that's on your knowledge and on your stuff. Or I mean, so later on or this week, you'll get a few applications of what we're talking about, and you make the moves on it. You know what I mean? Miss Ray says not it's programming, not education. True.
that's facts. That's facts. You know, as like I tell you, like I said earlier when we first started, my greatest fear is how I'm gonna spread all this out, how I'm gonna utilize all this. It's not getting the money; it's like utilizing it to keep the money. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
utilize and keep the money. Yeah.
And so you know you have to have. That's when you got to start thinking ahead of everybody else, because if you're not smart, if you just say, okay, I got X amount of dollars, I'm gonna get this to you. Well, I know there's a possibility that you finna trick me out of my money if I'm
hmm
not mentally prepared.
That's what they're trying to do to some of these cats now, tricking them out there, and then they playing all types of games, hiring all types of content creators to talk what they want to talk. Say, get these motherfuckers out the market, get them a fuck up. You know what I mean?
It's killing me, man. I'm like, how you guys? Okay, don't get me wrong. I read technical analysis. I know the candles. I read all that stuff like that. But how can you physically tell me what this price? Oh, it's gonna go to $1. It's gonna go to $3. It's gonna go to $10. They don't have enough a calculator that's big enough in a numerical system to hold all the money plus the debt plus the derivatives that all go there. That's not.
Don't make no sense. They're doing a live on that right now. Crypto King right now on Patreon about that type of stuff. How they don't want us in. They're doing something like that right now. What we just talking about.
I mean, it's a lot of this stuff is common sense. I mean, it's just like you just as well as I know that if you're gonna move money across the world, you got banks that move billions and $1 trillion a day.
Right.
How you gonna do that with a coin at 30 cents?
But when you have big money in crypto, you could get that in seconds. Over the coins.
If you got just let's just use this for example. We just throwing this for
Right.
example. Okay, you got XRP that's I'm just gonna say 40 something cents. Okay, so if you want to do 4 trillion, look how many coins that'll be. Opposed if it was to 100,000 or even $1 million a token. That's less coins you're using, you're moving more volume. See, a lot of people don't think about that. It's like, okay, you have to know that they give you keywords, all the money. And you sitting up here like, oh, well, it's gonna go to this. These people not crazy, man. They already know what it is. They sitting up there watching and be like, okay, we're gonna let them make this little money. We can put it at, let's just say 589. I'm just throwing stuff out there. That's not real. 589. Oh, what about the people that got 4,000 tokens? Oh, well, shit, you show them 2.5 million, they coming out of that. They finna sell all that. Well, let me get them 4,000 from you right there. Now, here in a couple of weeks, we finna shoot that same price up to 250K. You like, oh my God, I sold this shit. That's how it work, bro. That's they ain't finna give me this time. I got a special bag for that small number that you finna put out there. But that big number, nah, you ain't catching me slipping this time. Man. I got caught slipping in the 1990s behind that, but I ain't getting caught slipping this time.
Right.
Yeah.
In 90s, yeah, we got caught up in the partying, women, all that. You know what I mean? One of those mistakes I made too myself. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie.
I made that mistake,
You know what I
but
mean?
not this time. You know? I mean, and I noticed over
and all that shit. Yeah.
They didn't tell you about XRP and none of these other tokens, but they putting it out there. It's in your face, and then they know that you're so distracted by everything that's going on here and
right.
there. You know,
yeah, they want to keep you distracted as much as they can. As soon as you about to make a move, and they know you make a move on here. Can I notice one time I left the social media home, I made more money.
Now watch tomorrow. Watch tomorrow after the election, because I don't have nothing to do with politics, but I know they have more Republicans that like crypto than what they have Democrats, right? And if they just happen to have the House and the Senate, well, you finna see things catapult real quick, because you know what I'm saying, they're all about money. They're not about suppressing nothing. Okay, y'all got us in here. Well, we want this money. Well, I know. Let me tell my son right quick. Hey, go buy this right quick. Sit on this. It's finna come up. The next thing you know, what they're gonna do? You know, they look out for each other. We the only ones that tell each other down. You know what I'm saying? So it's all a game, man. But they got just certain people that really want this to boom out there. But this month gonna be quite interesting. That's all I'm gonna say on that point.
Right. And I'm gonna talk about this like Robinhood. 2 years ago, when they could pay O'Heen and the crypto gain and all that, they took away the buy button when people wanted to get some more to try to score. They couldn't cash out or nothing. Then Robinhood went down the tubes after that. I got a Robinhood card right now, and that sucker collects dust, and it's in another wallet. It's nowhere near my other wallets. let that son of a bitch burn.
Oh man, I'm gonna use. Let me say this. That's my That's like I have in crypto that small that account where you want to get some cash from. That's what I got. That's what I got my Robinhood for. That little thing where I can cash out now from an cash.
The best ones to you would I say E-Trade and Fidelity. I say Fidelity is the best. Once my money really grows, then I'm going to go to Fidelity. You know what I'm
I,
saying? That's the one I want
I
to use.
concur with
Fidelity
that.
Securities is one of the best ones you can go to, but you got to
Yeah.
come with them with a big amount. If you just starting out in this, nah, you can't go to Fidelity right
Nah,
away.
nah, they ain't gonna listen.
No, they ain't gonna hear nothing you want to say.
Nah, you got to
Early,
move
you
around.
know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to move around.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to. Once you up there, like in your E-Trade and all that, then you can do all that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? One dude that was in the game, had his money in what's his face Wee Bull,
Hmm.
but Wee Bull was paying with his money, and he couldn't get his money out right away. So Wee Bull had to go try to make the money back up to give to them. Then it took them a week and a week, 2 weeks or a month or so, and they finally got the money out of his Wee Bull account and transferred it to Fidelity. That's the dude we was watching on Crypto Game the other night. Oh,
Mm.
he had talked about the story with that. So when you deal with these, we deal with places like Fidelity, Weeple, and all that. You got to make sure they're not playing with your money. Your money is still there. You may put $1 million there. They may say you have $1 million, but on their books you may be down to zero
That's
because they're
fact.
trying to save their own behinds.
That's facts. They don't have that institutional liquidity to pay you. Their liquidity pool. See, so that's why if they relist XRP in the United States, is they're gonna gain liquidity off of that, and the next thing you know is, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take off, and then you're, like I said, you'll be able to buy a fraction of shares of it. It's gonna be just too much. So
Hey,
if you
Keisha,
own,
if you had time to come on here, I want you to explain this. I want you to answer this for her. She said I use Robinhood for my marijuana stock, but crypto's too risky for my blood.
yeah, I mean, because you know, cannabis stocks is it's not as volatile as crypto. I mean, crypto is volatile, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you can you can gain a lot of money today, and before you go to bed, you can lose a lot. But if you don't know what to do when you're seeing it go down, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I agree. I agree 100% what she's saying.
Right. She
I
said I'm
agree.
a punk.
Not like you're just afraid, but I mean, but I respect that though, because I respect a person who can say that, you know what I'm saying, is risky. That's why people don't come at that, because it's risky. They do that, but actually, the stock market. How can I put this without saying this the wrong way? Is more so fit for our grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
Long that it really doesn't exist anymore. So you're not gonna make no money in that. If you're not coming in with $10,000 and not gonna wait for 10 to 20 years to make your money, you ain't doing nothing. That's why everybody jump in crypto, because you
You
can
might
come
as
a
well
million.
put up the crypto.
You know, yeah, you can come a millionaire in a month. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah,
they
go
like,
right
oh,
ahead and do that. Keisha, you gotta try a couple of coins. I mean, download Uphold onto your phone. And here's another thing I want y'all to understand is have 2 or 3 phones when you're doing this. Do not use your personal phone when you do your crazy stuff on YouTube and on these sites on and have your cryptocurrency and your apps on that phone. Because you could get canceled. Have all that business stuff on a separate phone, a business, and a whole different email that's professional. Do not have your personal stuff alongside your business stuff. It could get you messed up. All they got to do is do an IP address and cancel you out of life. I
I
have
got,
phones. I have 2 business phones. I have 3 business phones. 3 business phones, and have phones for personal stuff. I do not mix those things up at all.
you know, you know, it's funny though. I hadn't looked at my stocks in over 2 years, man, because I haven't been making no money on them. Stocks is for traditional old people.
Right. Now, I
You
didn't ask you about this. How you feel about the metaverse and NFTs? You got the mic on there. I got to hit the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, the non-fungible tokens, huh? That's gonna take over. You'll be able to put your house deed on NFTs on that. You know what I'm saying? And the metaverse just fixing to put everybody into not leaving your house. Everybody's just gonna be able to stay home because you're gonna be able to interact with everybody like like what we're doing right now, but you'll be able to sit down and see each other face to face like we all sitting at a table. So yeah, it's coming, you know. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but how y'all doing today? Am I talking too much? Y'all let me know if I'm talking too
Now
much.
you're not talking, you telling it look
You
like
know
it
what
is.
I'm saying?
You know what I mean? And then to you
Yeah,
patents, I played with the metaverse on HTC before. But me, I'd rather have the real deal. You know what I mean? And they have
yeah.
you pay on the screen. Then you could use a MetaMask to put coins onto it too.
Yeah, I mean, your metaverse tokens is like Decentraland, Engine, uh, Gala, all those tokens there is what's going to be in the MetaMask. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fixing to switch the whole game up. Whenever you do that, that's when people finna stop really interacting with one another. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
we're gonna be so with this face thing on, like this mask on and stuff like that. So, but
Mm-hmm.
it, I'm not. Let me say this like this. I'm not in to crypto for the longevity products. I'm in it for to make money and for me to utilize my life for the next 20, 30 years that I'm living. Now I'm gonna let my kids figure that out because I know they're gonna be all into that. The older that we get, you know what I'm saying, we're not gonna be worried about that too much. You know what I'm saying? But we we finna make, you know what I'm saying, if you got a certain amount of tokens, I'm finna tell you, you finna be, I ain't even gonna say rich. I'm gonna just use the word wealthy because that's two different words. So I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all not gonna ask me no questions on that. I was prepared for some questions.
Yep. They'll come on here once they get used to it coming on. What we're gonna do, we're gonna make this a every Monday thing because this is so much information that we can go all day with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And what
absolutely.
I'm gonna do is gonna end. I'm gonna end this on a note. So tell the people what they need to do and what apps and everything they need to get to before we roll.
If you're a new person in the crypto, the best crypto friendly app is Coinbase. Very simple from there. If you're looking for some of the ISO 222 coins, as in XLM, XRP, XDC, uh, Hedera, Hashcraft, all those, you know what I'm saying? You can get a few of them. I believe Coinbase just started allowing you to get some more of those. But Uphold is another one, you know, purchase you some. And maybe one day after you purchase it, maybe we can have some type of little class or a little segment where we can show you how to move it off of Coinbase to your personal cold storage wallet.
Well, I'm gonna do this.
You know?
I'm gonna start putting some of these videos that we do on Patreon too, because of the way YouTube gets. This one might go on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start putting some of these videos on Patreon for y'all to watch. I'm gonna make it free for the next 2 to 3 months. You know what I mean? For y'all to get used to the channel, and it works out. I'm gonna put a price on it, but right now this information is free, so enjoy it while it's free.
Yeah, I mean your thing there. That's I'm booster 7720 on IG. So, sometimes I get a chance to talk to people.
Right?
Sometimes they have so
You
many
can hit them
people.
up on IG if you want, you know what I'm saying, to get some information. So your ladies Miss Red and your and my home, let me see, my home girl, she's still in my, and Donna, which likes, she likes you. You could hit them up.
I'm gonna say this, Keisha. Uh,
Mhm.
mining before we go. Mining is I believe they finna kind of started kind of doing away with that. I'm not gonna say totally right now because it uses too much energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Ethereum went from proof of work to proof of stake. Bitcoin and Dogecoin is proof of work right now. So, and I'm just gonna say this: if you really want to knock Bitcoin out the market, all you have to do is pull a plug on the energy. Just
Okay.
don't, just only allow a certain amount of energy, and they can't mine.
So this
So,
video not gonna stay up. I'm gonna put it in private. I'm gonna go through. go through certain things. I'm not going to delete, but I have a couple things out here get rid of. Then I'm going to repost it back up within a 2 or 3 day period.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on and allowing me to sit up here and talk, man.
Okay, so we're gonna go here. I'm gonna go through these comments before we go. Let me see. Okay, Keisha said good enough. Next week, can we touch on money? You already add yourself there, Booster. Let me go right ahead and Nick. I think for Keisha Hudson, Miss Red, and and Malik from out of Baltimore, Brooke husband for coming up on here. That's my man and stuff. And James S coming up on here. Donna, Donna, just being real. Check her show out and everything. Her channel out. I'll send that to you later on. And
Okay.
check her show out. Just being real and Skull playlist. I didn't mean to announce you. We were so busy talking in the heat of a conversation. You said you'd be 40 on the 29th. That's what you say you will be. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. Yeah, he's another one young into crypto too. Skull playlist into his gadgets and computers. He showed me a lot in this. He showed me a lot in this tech game too. You know what I mean? And
Hey,
it's a small little computer that you could get. You could fit right into your book bag.
okay.
Yeah, you can fit right for your book bag. When I get one, I'm going to review on it. That's all that is. And Miss Queen Sunkiss, 10-minute tech reviews. Daisy May, and that's it. That's all the people came on. Thanks for coming on and your comments and all that. And it's just crazy. We had a majority, a 95% of the people on here was women. You know what I mean? I already mentioned the men on here. The men we mentioned, we had Malik that was right live in the chat. You're welcome anytime you want. You're the realest Malik. And James and 10-minute tech reviews and skull playlists, okay? And the majority of the rest were all women. And the women, they're investigators. They write down the information and everything.
Nah, but them women that take things serious more so than them dudes, because them dudes, we be procrastinating sometimes. Them women be on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do. They won't even tell you. They won't even tell you that they own it. They won't even tell you that they got a bunch of money in their account
Shit.
when you get kicked to the damn curb.
Yeah, I mean, so man, like I say, man, I appreciate you allowing me up here to speak, man. I'm no professional or nothing, man. I'm just a guy that fell in love with crypto and I like it, and I just wanted to pass on some information just to help other people to help their family out, man. So
Already, my man. All right, my man. We'll talk later. All right.
yes, sir.
I'm about to end the progress. All
Oh,
right. You
y'all
all
have a
have a
good day.
great day. Take what you got to take out of this live and stuff like that, and make your lives better for the future. Don't let them make you become a buffer class and slave and become poor. All right. I'm out. One.